Have you ever thought about a business that could, work for you around the clock, even while you're sleeping? Well, today we are unlocking a really unique entrepreneurial roadmap right here in Jamaica, one that most people don't even know exists. We're going to break down exactly how you could become an ATM entrepreneur.
I know, right? It sounds almost too good to be true. But owning an ATM business in Jamaica? It's a real possibility. But, and this is a big but, it's not as simple as just going out and buying a machine. To make this whole thing viable, there's a very specific process you've got to follow.
So, here's our game plan. First, we'll dive into the opportunity itself. Then we're going to build the foundation, covering all the crucial legal and banking steps. After that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty, the day-to-day operations playbook, before we finally get to the big question. Is this the right business for you?
Okay, let's start by framing this opportunity. Think about it. So many of us use ATMs every single day. But have you ever stopped to wonder who actually owns them? Well, right there, that's where the potential lies for a savvy entrepreneur.
And what's really interesting here is that the main barrier to entry isn't necessarily money. The real challenge, and honestly the key to your success, is all in the setup. You absolutely need a proper business structure, you need to be fully compliant with the law, and you have to find the right financial partners.
So, here's the thing. Before you even think about buying an ATM, you need to start thinking like a business owner. Your number one non-negotiable first step is building a solid legal foundation. And that whole foundation, it begins right here with the TRN. Seriously, think of this 9-digit number as the master key to everything. Without it, you can't register your business, you can't open a bank account, you can't do anything. It is step 0.
The good news is, getting started is actually pretty straightforward. You can apply for your TRN online or just pop into an office. Once you have that magic number, you head straight over to the company's office of Jamaica. And hey, if you're registering as a sole trader, you can often get this whole thing done on the very same day.
Now you've got a key decision to make, sole trader or a limited company. The sole trader route is fast, it's simple, and it's free, which makes it a fantastic way to get started quickly. A limited company, on the other hand, gives you that crucial liability protection, but it does come with more cost and more paperwork. For most people just starting out, testing the waters, the sole trader path is often the most efficient way to go. All right, so your business is legally registered. Awesome. The next huge piece of the puzzle is its financial home. Securing a corporate bank account is absolutely vital, but let me tell you, it can also be a major roadblock if you aren't prepared.
On paper, the process itself looks manageable when you break it down like this, right? From picking a bank to getting that account activated, it's a pretty clear sequence. The secret to making this a smooth ride is all about preparation, especially when it comes to your documents.
And this checklist, this shows you just how much preparation you really need. It's not just about having your business registration or a nice business plan. The critical part here is you need TRNs and valid IDs for every single director and every single person signing on the account. You have to have all your ducks in a row before you even walk into that bank.
And I really want to hammer this point home because this is where a lot of people get stuck. It's not just about the company's TRN. Every single person who has signing authority, every director, even if they live overseas, needs their own individual TRN. There are no exceptions. For the banks, this is a massive compliance check.
So where can you actually go? Well, you've got several really strong options in Jamaica. You've got the heavy hitters like NCB and Scotiabank who have huge ATM networks, which could be relevant. But then you also have FGB, JN Bank, and CIBC, and each one has its own strengths. Your homework here is to do the research and see which bank really aligns with what your business needs.
Okay, so your legal and financial structures are in place. Now we get to the exciting part, the business of actually running an ATM. This is the operational playbook you need to master.
These are basically the 5 pillars of a successful operation. We've already knocked out step 1, so that's great. Now we've got to focus on location, finding a processor, managing your cash and security, and then really truly understanding how the money flows.
Look, I really can't overstate this. The success of your ATM business has less to do with the fancy brand of machine you buy and everything to do with where you put it. You need foot traffic. I'm talking gas stations, busy plazas, supermarkets, anywhere people are already gathering and spending money.
Now, this right here, this is the secret ingredient. You have to have a bank or a payment processor to act as the bridge between your machine and the entire global financial network.
This is where the rubber meets the road. It's a partnership that's built on trust and technical know-how, which is exactly why it's so hard to get if you don't have that solid legal and banking foundation we just talked about. Without this partner, your ATM is just an expensive box.
And let's be 100% clear about how you make money. You're not just profiting because you own a piece of equipment. No, this is a volume game. Your profit is generated from that small fee on each and every transaction. And that is why having a great location with high traffic is so absolutely critical. More transactions means more revenue. Simple as that.
So, we've walked through the entire roadmap, from all the legal paperwork to the day-to-day realities. Now it's time to put it all together and ask the big question: is this business actually a viable option for you?
So when you boil it all down, success really hinges on these key pillars. It's like a chain that's only as strong as its weakest link, from your legal compliance and your banking relationship all the way to your location and your processor partnership. If you can get all of these pieces locked in and working together, you have a real shot at a viable, profitable business.
And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. The path is clear and the steps are all laid out. It definitely requires diligence, structure, and the right partnerships, but the opportunity is very, very real. So now you have the roadmap. The only question left is this the right business for you?